just something that my thoughts okay, back up. So I think of music consistently in my life. Something that I've always had in my life, whether I was playing an instrument or I was singing or I was at church or in a choir or fiddling with grandma's piano, watching a musical, movies. It's always been a thing. So a lot of times during each day, I'll think of songs. And this morning, I've been just kind of sitting in silence, and I thought of a song from church. God in my resting, God in my sleeping, God in my healing, God in my waiting. And there is a line in that song, it's probably the name of the song actually, Be My Everything. I wrote, God is in my everything. How is he in our everything though? God is in my everything because I invited him to be. Because it's a choice, right? I chose to let him be in all of me. So when I laugh, I should either feel joy or conviction. When I talk, I should either feel confidence or conviction. When I sleep, I should either feel rest or conviction. When I clean my house, I should either feel accomplishment or conviction. When I check my email or text or Facebook, I should either feel, how can he use me positively, or conviction for my motives. And then I started thinking about the word motive. It comes from motivation. What is motivating me to do anything? Is it me, my ego? Or is it Christ? Is anything I do for my selfish gain or for his glory? And then I thought of a verse, because I grew up in a Bible school, so we learned a lot of Bible verses. Philippians 2:3, do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Do not put yourself on a pedestal to show what you have done, but point to others who have been there with you. Point out their actions in your success. Point out that without God, you could have done nothing, because he gives us every moment of life, every breath in our lungs, every moment that we blink or talk, every step of our feet, the capacity to be on earth one moment at a time. So our motivation for doing anything, it should be from the reminder to ourselves that we chose Christ to be in us. So the Holy Spirit should be our driving force. I struggle with the sins of control, selfishness, gluttony. But 1 Corinthians 15:10 says, but by the grace of God, I am what I am, and his grace toward me was not in vain. On the contrary, I worked harder than any of them, though it was not I, but by the grace of God that is with me. So, when we allow God to be in us, when we choose to let him be in us, when we decide that, hey, this is truth and this is what I'm going to base my life on, this is what I'm going to consider as real, and knowing the Bible, reading the Bible, learning the Bible, allowing myself to feel conviction, the full spectrum of feelings, because God created all feelings, and weighing my decisions, weighing my motives. Am I being humble? Am I letting God guide my choices? Am I cleaning my house because I selfishly want to show people that my house looks amazing and I did that? Or am I cleaning my house because it's not a day that someone's coming over? I just want to take care of the things that I have been blessed with. Am I exercising to take pictures and show them off? Or am I exercising because I know I need to take care of my body for multiple reasons, being God gave me this body and it is His temple, and am I doing what I should with it? And then obviously taking into consideration my health limits and stuff like that. But if Christ is in me, if I believe that Christ is in me, then I can do things that are outside my comfort zones, because the comfort zones that I place on myself don't allow for God to work in me. Because I'm going to say, hey, this is my comfort zone and I'm not going to go out of it. I'm not going to push myself. I'm not going to allow myself to stretch. I'm not going to let God work through that part of my life because I don't want to. That's pride. That's selfishness. And if I say I want to give Him all of me, then I need to give Him all of me. So it's definitely a journey, being conscious and aware of why I choose what I choose, my motivation for things, and if I believe in God, if I believe that I must be less and He must be greater, am I letting Himself be greater, and am I making myself open to what He says He can do through me? Am I selfishly staying in my comfort zones, or am I my self-imposed comfort zones? Or am I letting Him stretch me, even if it exhausts me or makes me anxious? Maybe He wants me to work on my anxiety. Maybe he knows. Oh, for gosh sakes, Cammie. He knows what I'm capable of. And I put my boundaries on me. I put my comfort zones on me. I create my bubble. I. It's so prideful and selfish. I'm making my life about me and not about Him. Talk about a wake-up call. Talk about a watch yourself. As a Christian, my life shouldn't be about what I want. It's supposed to be about what He can do through me. He knows my medical conditions. He knew them before I was born. He knew what I would have to struggle with. Yes, the struggle is real. But at the same time, we're struggling against the spiritual battle. The spiritual battle creates the physical battle. We're struggling against the reality of choosing those options, because I can choose to stop. I can choose to keep my mouth shut. But is it the best choice? Can I do more than that? What's my motivation? What am I choosing? And am I actually letting God lead my life? Is it Christ in me, or is it me in me? That's the big question. Is it Christ in me, or is it me in me? Ta-ta.